prosecutors in which they would have recommended to the judge that he be released from jail under 15 years probation, which pretty much, especially in this case, has been all but guaranteeing the judge will adopt that. But what was really suspenseful today was that the plea negotiations fell apart. There was a stalemate over the exact conditions of his probation. They didn't end up agreeing on anything. So he ended up entering a non-negotiated plea where he just pleaded guilty to some charges, the drug and gun charges, and then no contest to, like I said, the leading gang activity and the racketeering charge. He did plead guilty to just gang activity, but it's the leading gang activity he didn't want to admit. And then they took a gamble. Prosecutors actually recommended 25 years in prison, but the judge did ask them about, well, what were the plea deal negotiations and what were you willing to give him? And they had been willing to allow him to leave jail that day on probation. So the judge noted that when she imposed her sentence and sentenced him today to probation, to leave jail today, or perhaps later tonight once he goes through the booking process, be on probation for 15 years. But there is a big catch, and it's if he violates his probation, he could go to prison for 20 years. It's going to be backloaded, like it says there. It's kind of a term they use in the Georgia State criminal justice system. And of course, the judge went through a long list of requirements that he has in addition to that. And it's going to be a big question of whether he can comply with the terms of his probation. And the idea that if he doesn't, he's going to get a break. I think the judge made pretty clear that he's
15 years probation.
He complies with everything because he's taking a big risk if he doesn't. So it's going to be a big question of what is.
So that is the one that they can call you at any time.
Now that he's outside, but under
when they put you on probation,
including one that really
as in,
restricts
when they
his
put you on probation,
Atlanta. He can go there
anytime they can call you if you have some
because of
drugs in your
medical
system
emergency,
or
that
whatever.
kind of thing. But he is really not
You
allowed
commit,
to go.
that's it.
His lawyer had even suggested that he not go to Cleveland Avenue, which is the impoverished area where this alleged gang, the gang that prosecutors had really built this case around, was based. So really a big day in the case. There's still
for 15 years. That's what I'm saying. For 15 years. That's crazy.
If he could come driving without a license,
that are still ongoing.
And Megan, I want to
that's why
ask
you
you
see
again,
some
we just
people
had
like,
the
you know what,
tweet from Complex that talked about one of the biggest questions in this
so that
case,
you don't have to look
once
over his shoulder.
is going to become home. People are asking, of course, we know that Gunna, the other artist who was initially included in this investigation, who got out earlier after taking his own plea deal. The question was, were the two of them going to be able to continue to collaborate? I mean, obviously, they're on the same record label. What was the outcome in that sense? Is he going to be able to talk to Gunna? And as well, of course, his biological brother, Umfung, who he also does make music with as well.
There are a lot of requirements here that I'm still going over. This thing just ended a little bit ago. There's just so much to go over.
I find out that these artists are